A Timariot was another name given to the Timali Sipahi cavalry that served the Ottoman Sultan, and in return was granted a fief called a timar. The Timariots had to assemble with the army when at war, and had to take care of the land entrusted to him in times of peace. When at war, the Timariot had to bring his own equipment and in addition a number of armed retainers. Food was supplied during campaign. The Timariot was granted feudatory with the obligation to go mounted to war and to supply soldiers and sailors in numbers proportionate to the revenue of the appanage. The Timariot owed personal service for his sword in time of war and for a certain sum of money owed a number of soldiers as a substitute. There was bound to live on the Timariot's estate and look after the land. When summoned for campaign, the Timariot and his had to present themselves with a cuirass. When a Timariot failed to obey the summon, he was deprived of his timar for 1 or 2 years. Also, non-military timar holders were obliged to supply the imperial army with soldiers and provisions. In this way, the Ottomans could quickly muster a large army. When the war was over, the warriors returned to their lands, and in that way the Sultan did not have to support them when he didn't need them. In addition, the Sultan's lands were taken care of. Local peasants were subjects to the Timariot. Law and order was kept, taxes were collected and bandits were brought to justice. The system of timar was organized during the reign of Orhan I. The Sultan granted officers fiefs with local peasants subjected to their rule in an arrangement similar to European feudal fiefs. They were an important part of the Ottoman army, especially for being so easily supportable, and kept that status until the early 17th century. The titles and lands of the timar holders remained in use much longer than that. The Ottoman policy to grant timar to local aristocracy of newly gained territories enabled the faster integration of these lands to the empire and utilized their population in the military service. Granting timar to the military class also relieved the central administration from the burden of paying with coin or cash. When on campaign, the Timariots were organized into regiments called alis that were commanded by alay beys. Larger units were the Sanjak regiments or livas, commanded by Sanjak beys. At the top were the province governors, the Beyli beys. A province in the 16th century could muster some thousand Timariots, according to the size of the province. In 1525 the total number of timar holders were 37,818 men, according to the tax rolls. The number of armed retainers was estimated to 50,000 men. Of course, these great numbers were spread out all over the empire, and could not possibly serve in one campaign at a time.